The film opens with a sonogram revealing the anticipation of twin babies. Everything appears ordinary until one of the unborn twins exhibits unusual aggression, foreshadowing a disturbing turn of events. Shifting to the present, we meet Maria, a 17-year-old preparing for high school. Despite outward appearances, her life is far from perfect, marked by coldness and isolation within her family. Breakfast at Maria's home is a silent, tense affair, setting the tone for her day. As she heads to school, she lights a cigarette and encounters a rude fellow student who typifies the bullying she faces daily. Maria is an outcast, with only one quasi-friend, Lily. Their relationship is strained, and Maria often finds herself alone at school, tuning out the world with her headphones. Jealousy simmers beneath the surface as Maria observes Lily's popularity and relationship with Scene, whom Maria secretly admires. At home, dinner is another ordeal, with Maria grappling with her distant plastic surgeon father, Dan, who demands perfection, and her mentally unstable mother, Amy, who tries to help but battles nightmares and depression. Unbeknownst to Amy, Dan's infidelity adds another layer to the household's instability. Amidst her mother's attempts to set her up and find her a date for the upcoming prom, Maria navigates the complexities of her fractured family life and the harsh realities of high school, all while concealing her feelings for Scene. Maria vehemently opposes her mother's attempts to set her up, leading to a heated exchange involving her father, Dan. Feeling cornered and isolated, Maria reaches her breaking point during dinner, snapping at her mother before storming away from the table. Dan, more concerned about his reputation than his daughter's well-being, criticizes Maria's lack of friends and social life, painting a bleak picture of her future. Upset, Maria retreats to her room, where she discovers an old sonogram depicting twins. Perplexed, she dismisses it and heads to the bathroom. Alone after a shower, Maria is unnerved when her reflection begins moving independently. Terrified, she hides behind the toilet before cautiously inspecting the mirror, confirming her reflection's autonomous movement. Frightened, she wipes the mirror, only to be met with her reflection smiling eerily. The next morning, still unsettled, Maria seeks help and guidance from her parents. Attempting to discuss her feelings with Dan while her mother prepares breakfast, Maria is dismissed without a word. Dan, fixated on her appearance, deems her unfit for school and instructs her to go upstairs and put on makeup, oblivious to her emotional turmoil. Unaware of the unsettling anomaly in her reflection, Maria proceeds with her routine and heads to school, where Mark, the relentless bully, awaits near the bus. His eerie smile sends shivers down her spine. Lily, flaunting her new car, offers Maria a ride, taking the opportunity to boast about her possessions. In the back seat, Maria is a silent observer of Lily's relationship with Scene, her secret crush. Upon reaching school, Maria, Scene, and Lily cross paths with Mark, who mercilessly makes Maria fall to the ground, relishing in public humiliation. Scene intervenes, sparking a heated confrontation with the bully. Maria, witnessing Scene's protective stance, feels a newfound admiration for him. To bridge the gap with her father, Maria spends a day with Dan, witnessing him in action at his clinic. The peculiar dynamics of their relationship become more apparent when Maria observes one of Dan's lovers in the office. Undeterred, Maria and Dan go on a movie outing, attempting to connect in their own peculiar way. The encounter with Mark and his friends adds an awkward layer to their relationship, leaving Dan embarrassed by Maria's unconventional behavior. On the drive home, Dan hints at a birthday present for Maria, adding a sense of anticipation to their strained father-daughter relationship. On the same night of the unsettling revelation about her potential birthday present, Maria seeks solace once again in a conversation with Aram. However, the next day brings even more devastating news. Her father's birthday gift idea involves subjecting Maria to plastic surgery in a misguided attempt to conform to societal standards of beauty. The heartbroken Maria, unable to bear the weight of such a proposal, runs out in emotional turmoil. In her distress, Maria turns to Aram for guidance, finding comfort in the protective presence of her mirror-bound companion. Aram, fueled by anger and a desire to shield Maria, intensifies her influence on Maria's decisions. While conversations with Aram provide momentary relief, they also contribute to Maria's growing instability. The escalating situation doesn't escape the notice of Maria's mother, Amy, who observes her daughter's increasingly unusual behavior. However, Dan, unwilling to confront the complexities of the situation, urges Amy to ignore Maria's troubles. Meanwhile, at school, Maria and Lily attempt to take skating lessons together, revealing Maria's lack of skill. Lily, displaying her true nature, cruelly abandons Maria after a fall, leaving her isolated on the ice. Alone on the icy surface, Maria faces the cruel aftermath of Mark's assault. Aram, growing even angrier at the world, consoles Maria, affirming her worth and the need for love. The breaking point arrives at the winter prom, where Maria becomes a victim of Mark's violent attack, leaving her broken, afraid, and utterly isolated. Seeking refuge in the familiar bathroom, Maria turns to Aram for solace, touching the mirror and unwittingly switching places with her reflection. Now, Aram is in control of Maria's body while Maria exists within the confines of the mirror. As Aram navigates Maria's life, Amy experiences a haunting nightmare about childbirth. Aram's confident and seductive demeanor transforms the dynamics at school. When Mark attempts to bully her, Aram fights back through Maria, the mirror-dwelling entity. Intricately manipulating events, Aram orchestrates a meeting between Amy and one of Dan's lovers, fueling tension between Maria's parents. Disturbed by the consequences of her actions, Maria implores Aram to cease her manipulations. However, Aram remains resolute, demanding retribution for the injustices Maria endured. With a vengeful agenda, Aram inflicts harm on Mark, breaking his leg in a carefully laid trap. Aram, now in control of Maria's body, takes on the challenge of learning ice skating, a skill Maria struggled with. In an unexpected turn, she partners with Lily for practice, turning the tables on their strained relationship. In a shocking turn of events, Aram takes her revenge to a tragic extreme, embarrassing Lily to the point of a fatal fall, resulting in her death. Faced with the consequences of Aram's actions, Maria is overwhelmed with anger and panic, desperately seeking to switch back with Aram. However, Aram remains steadfast in her plan, refusing to relinquish control. As Aram's plan unfolds, she and Sean, now a transformed and reckless version of himself, engage in a destructive party lifestyle. The duo indulges in drinking and smoking, culminating in a fateful night at a motel. The police intervene, summoning both Sean and Maria to the station. In the heat of the moment, Aram, resisting arrest, accidentally strikes Sean over the head with a bottle, resulting in his tragic death. Devastated by the unintended consequences of her actions, both Maria and Aram are left in a state of profound grief. Amy's recurring dreams about giving birth take a haunting turn when it is revealed that Maria has a twin, a truth hidden in the shadows. The revelation further unravels the dark secrets within the family as it's disclosed that Dan, unable to cope with the deformed child, took the life of Maria's twin at birth, leaving Amy heartbroken and scarred. Consumed by fury, Aram confronts Dan in his office, demanding answers about his capacity to love a child regardless of their appearance. Dan, unable to provide a satisfactory response, becomes the victim of Aram's vengeful wrath. After the murder, Aram, having fulfilled her revenge, finds herself unable to see Maria any longer, prompting her to return to her mother. The unsettling revelation unfolds as Maria and Aram find themselves sharing a single existence, casting an uncertain shadow over their collective future. That concludes the movie. Comment below what your thoughts are and see you in the next movie recap.